warm welcome to the Taupo International Motorsport Park for a brand new season of the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship. It all kicked off with a traditional Po-Fidi welcome to the drivers, which once again come from all over the world to take on the Kiwis and Australians in a 5-week battle around New Zealand. The 3.3 kilometre Taupo track has 14 corners and one long back straight. It's narrow, tough to overtake and even tougher on tyres, and the perfect first challenge for our international field. Let's find out how they got on in their first qualifying session.
This is really where the weekend starts, is here and now in qualifying.
Zach Schooler, the man from Dubai, but is a Kiwi, just set the fastest lap so far. It's early days.
So as we see a big
you won't like that.
No, it's not what Michael Shin wants there, that lock-up. That'll hurt that tyre, and you can see him sideways out of that corner there. This isn't going to be good for his lap.
That's James Lawley taking the law into his own hands there, the Canadian.
As we take a look at a replay, bit of a jaw shatterer.
As we take a look at the certain favourite for this year, Arvid Lindblad. He was 4th in the FIA Formula 3 and he's heading to Formula 2 with Campos this year. The gap is 0.078 from Zach Schooler, and boy, that would be a headline if this young Kiwi were to upstage the likes of Will Brown, Nikita Johnson and many others.
7/100ths of a second at the moment, separating Zach Schooler and Will Brown.
Schooler, of course, the recipient of the foundation money that helped him get this drive from Tony Quinn. It's been a real fill-up for young drivers, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, and it shows it's working. You know, a guy like him coming in and being on pole as well, so that's fantastic for the Tony Quinn Foundation to see that.
The big story is we have a young Kiwi on pole position, Zach Schooler. Would you believe it? It's his first time ever racing at home. What a way to do it.
Congratulations. Shootout winner, M-Tech at the front for the first weekend. How does that feel?
Yeah, I mean, pole on debut in these cars, it's always a great feeling. Wasn't really expected, but we had some work to do last night after testing. So yesterday looked okay, the pace was always there, but we didn't think we were going to go pole.
All right, let's give you your pole position trophy. I want to welcome Paul McKenzie from Castrol Regional Manager, and the Toyota Financial Services pole position trophy goes to New Zealand and Zach Schooler. Congratulations. How about that?
So the perfect start to the season for New Zealand race fans and for the man who helped him get there financially, track owner Tony Quinn. Now, can he go one better and win his first ever race in New Zealand? We head to the start of race 1. Out to the lights, away we go. Schooler gets away well. And he's got an excellent start. He'll defend his position into turn 1. Excellent start as they go into turn 1. Round the outside goes Lindblad, trying to see if he can get past Brown in the early stages. They're side by side, the two Red Bull, but who's got the wings?
Will Brown just manages to come out ahead there. But Schooler, what a start by him. Great launch off the line into first position. This is exactly what he needs to get his race underway. As you can see a few battling away. Seb Manson in the battle as well.
Well, good clean start for the first race of the season. And it's pretty frenetic in the midfield. There's Manson in the pink, blue and white car, fighting with Monteiro, the Brazilian. But out front, it is Zach Schooler, the New Zealander, heading to turn 9 for the first time. This is a tricky corner with cold tyres for sure.
Hard corner as well, especially when you're right behind another car. All that dirty air just makes it a little bit harder once again. But Will Brown looking pretty racy straight off the bat. Arvid Lindblad was right behind him earlier on in the piece, but already, well, you can see on the exit there, Will Brown a little bit sideways, trying to get the power down.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that Will Brown will want to put the pressure on early and trying to see if he can break the back of this one. His return to single-seater racing starts today, having won in Formula 4, but that was a few years ago. He's forgotten all that, and he's since become a superstar in supercars. He's even done a bit of NASCAR at Sonoma last year.
Oh, he's just made a little mistake there as well. Got a little bit too much curve on the second to last corner there.
Lindblad.
Gave it that understeer, which made him a little bit narrow for the last corner, so now he's gone defensive. Has to defend that position. He does have the pace. If he can settle back in through here, it's interesting enough. Fastest lap of the race so far does go to Zach Sculler, so he's obviously pressing on pretty hard in this early phase, trying to build that gap. He was 0.2 of a second quicker than Will Brown on that last lap. That was the first real good indication of their race speed, because there wasn't a mistake from Will Brown on that lap before. So this is where it's going to get really interesting for us. How much is Zach Sculler pushing on? Is he burning up too much tyres? We can see it getting pretty tight down here.
Yeah, Patrick Huizenroda right past Jet Bowling there as they came down towards the chicane.
So what's happened there is the first car there's just gone a little bit late, and as a driver you naturally end up trusting the car in front and braking at the same point as them.
Patrick Huizenroda is the man on the move in 12th at the moment, as you can see. Nicolas Monteiro of Brazil right there in front of him, but how long can he hold him off?
That's where it's so important to make sure you get a run onto that back straight. But it's so hard to get the power down with just how slippery it is onto that back straight. It can work both ways. It can work for you, or a few lockups as they go down into the last section.
Well, this is a good chance for Patrick here, because that lockup's going to slow him right down. And surely Huizenroda now down the inside will make the pass at turn 1. He comes alongside, and sure enough, the Aussie is through. Sculler, though, doing a really good job. I know the gap is down at 0.8, but he's in control of this race, no question.
The car still looks good as well. It's not sliding around too much for Zach out front, especially if we keep an eye on him down and towards this last section of corners here, and Will Brown as well. This is the best corner to get a real indication of how their cars are. You can see how patient they are on the throttle. You can see Will Brown's car, a little bit of opposite lock on the X there as he's getting onto the throttle, but the car at this stage does still look very good underneath him. He's been looking after those tyres nicely. As we can see Will Brown using a lot of curve on the inside, and then running out nice and wide on the exit as well.
Now, watch this. What's that?
Is that the...
Yeah, what was that?
It looked nearly like a reflection, like it was his mirror.
Well, Sculler's broken the back of this. 2 seconds now with the penultimate lap. And I have to say, really impressive for his debut run.
Yeah, he's done a great job out front. And that gap has just opened up massively. He's done a great job not only to stay consistent and stay mistake-free, he's actually extended that gap as well.
Keeping an eye on Patrick Huizenroda. He's up to 9th now. Can he stop Pearson from taking the pole in the second race? That's going to be interesting. But battles throughout the grid. Michael Shin now trying to put the pressure on the hurt on Matheus Sagazeta. And now we're getting down to the business end. 3 races this weekend, 35 points to the winner. And remember, chasing the 18 super license points up for grabs if you can win this FIA championship.
Look at that gap that Sculler's starting to pull now. He is in such a good position there. The car still looks good. Looks a little bit loose through that section, but easily done through there. As you watch him through here, he is in full control of that car. Those tyres are still looking good. That is the best feeling, being out in front of a race like that, knowing that there's no pressure from behind. All you need to do is stay mistake-free, and it's all yours.
Well, this is an absolutely awesome performance. Really, let's be honest, Andrew, we didn't know who this kid was. Or most of New Zealand Motorsport really didn't know much about him. I think he came to light when he won the 70,000 in the shootout for the foundation from Tony Quinn, and he has given back brilliantly in the first race.
Yeah, it's just awesome the way he's been driving. The Tony Quinn Foundation finding New Zealand's next world champion. That is exactly what is happening here. Zach Sculler out in front of this race, doing a fantastic job. Everyone knows who he is now.
No question, just the last complex to come then. Here on the final lap, Zach Sculler, the surprise in many ways, but not anymore, as he comes onto the front straight. That's a masterclass, and he truly has schooled the rest of the field as Zach Sculler takes the win for MTech. So, confirmation of the results. Zach Sculler with the win, Will Brown second, and Lindblad on the podium in third. Nikita Johnson of the USA fourth. Matheus Sagazeta in fifth. Shin sixth. Then Enzo Ye in seventh. Josh Pearson eighth. Patrick Huizenroda got into ninth position. Good recovery by him. Well done to him.
How good does that feel, mate?
I'm honestly lost for words. You know, first win in single seaters, and like what a grid to do it on, to do it like in my home country. it's honestly a pleasure. It's so cool.
You need oxygen because you're panting pretty hard about this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited, I'm not going to lie.
Let's talk about the race. Believable, it was beautifully controlled. Did it feel like that in the car?
Yeah, you know, we got a good launch, and then we were just doing quali lap, quali lap, quali lap. The deg, honestly, I expected that to be more deg, but like the tyre just stayed the whole race pretty much and didn't really feel like it affected me too much.
Jace, briefly, when you won the Tony Quinn Foundation Scholarship, you said it's going to be so much fun to race in New Zealand in front of your family. How good to see Mum here and just and all your fans. Yeah,
it's so cool. It's just not just my mum, my uncle, my aunt here. So it's so cool to be able to win in front of them.
So MTech and Schooler take the first win of the season, leaving the Red Bull boys scratching their heads. Let's see if they can fight back in race 2. Join us after the break. Welcome back to Taupo International Motorsport Park as we get ready for race 2. Now, there's a lot of interest in current Supercars champion Will Brown. We caught up with him earlier in the weekend.
After such a massive year, winning the Supercars Championship, the Sandown 500, most people would probably think I'll have summer off. You've put this together. How did it all come about?
Yeah, I don't feel like I've had any time off over the off-season, but it's great to be out here in New Zealand. But I was actually downstairs in my gym watching FIF3 last year at night, and I thought I'd love to get back in an open wheeler, and how can I make this happen? And obviously you can't do FIF3 currently, but I thought about this championship in CTFROC. I wanted to do it back when it was called TRS in 2017. I'd won the Formula 4 championship in Australia in 2016. I wanted to come do it, but unfortunately budget couldn't allow me to do this and do Super 2. So went down the Supercars route, and that's ended up being not too bad. But yeah, I thought I'd try and jump back in an open wheeler and see how we end up.
So it's been a while since you've been behind the wheel of a single seater. How's it all going? How are you finding it?
Yeah, it's been interesting. You know, it's still just a car. It's something that you've got to maximise and go as fast as it can. But it is different. It's a lot more nimble than a supercar. It's not as heavy. It turns better. It brakes better. So it is interesting. But yeah, I've enjoyed the couple of sessions I've done to try and learn it. But see how we go, you know, as the race weekend goes on.
It's early days, but the championship this season for 25 feels like it's strong. What's it like in a competitive sense? You've started well, but what do you think of the rest of the field?
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will just keep getting quicker. We had a really good warm-up and practice one then, but you know, there's a good young kid Red Bull sent out that's obviously very fast. So for me, it's about comparing myself against someone like that, someone that's in F2, potentially going to get to do F1 practices next year or this year and all that sort of stuff. Compare myself against some of those guys.
You get to work with Stephen Giles, who's got a great history in motorsport, but you have brought a little bit of familiarity with you in terms of Andrew and you know, people from home, haven't you?
Yeah, that's right. I actually won my championship in 2016 F4 with Stephen Giles. He was my engineer back then, so it's cool to sort of reunite with him and race for his team. But I wanted to bring Andrew Edwards out with me. I sort of bring him everywhere I go, even if it's not supercars. So that's been great for him to come out this weekend. And a couple of other people from home have come out. And New Zealand's a lovely place, so everyone wants to come over here for the races.
As we take a look at the grid, it is Pearson on those used tyres, but in pole position. Enzo Ye, we believe, is on the new tyres, and that's the man from Chinese Taipei, and look out for him. Michael Shin's got his best starting position for a while, and Sagazeta of Peru had a good run last time out. He's on row 2. Row 3 sees Nikita Johnson and Arvid Lindblad. Lindblad having a pole position for the feature race. Will Brown starts 7th, and Zach Schooler, winner already in 8th. Huysen Roda is the man. 5 overtakes in race 1. Can he do more from P9? Sebastian Manson, the local man, in 10th. Families here, as well, I'm sure Alex Crosby's family as well, P11. And Nicolas Monteiro of Brazil starts 12th. Stati of Australia, 13th. Jet Bowling of the US starts 14th. Sean Rashid in 15th for the USA. Barrett Wolf, also of the USA. And James Lawley rounds out our 17-man field from Canada. Away they go, out go the lights, and away we go. Strong breeze, and already Michael Shin almost bangs into the top of Pierce. Josh Pearson, who almost stopped there, but Zagazeta got a great start and leads this race after the first turn.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward at the start there because of that bad start by Pearson. What it meant is the car behind him there just got a little bit sideways on the throttle, but look at Lindblad already up into 4th position.
I'll tell you what, that was a terrible start from Josh. He's not going to be happy, and not a good start from Jet Bowling either, or Alex Crosby. 2 cars both going off, but still under power, I believe.
Yeah, to me that must mean there was some sort of contact. Yeah, you can see Bowling, he's got a bit of damage to the left front.
Zagazeta then leads this race from the 77 of Ye of Chinese Taipei. Pearson slots into 3rd and settles down and probably catches his breath. Lindblad, as you said, got a good start as they go into turn 11 for the first time. We had a quick chat with Matias Zagazeta of Peru earlier today, and bags of confidence. Good friends, actually, with last year's champion Roman Belinsky, who won this race, and also, of course, the previous champion Charlie Wirtz from 2 years ago. So those that went off, Crosby a long way back now as Zagazeta about to finish lap 1, and he does so with a 128.2. It's nice and close. Lindblad got a good start. Watch out for Nikita Johnson. He's due a good result. Michael Shin, after that moment where he almost bashed into Pearson, has dropped down to 6th place. He'll try to recover from there.
Oh, some defending, trying to stop. So that's
Roto.
Yeah, Roto. He's just got past. So what happened there was Scholar. He tried to put a move down on the inside at turn 11, and because it didn't work, he had to overslow the car, and it ruined his exit. So that's how come he ended up getting past in the next straight, because he just got no exit speed. So from attacking a car to losing a position, so that didn't work out well for him. Just getting reports as well, a 5-second jump start penalty for Enzo, which is a real shame.
That is a shame.
Yeah, sort of looked like on that front row, someone definitely jumped at the start. It certainly caught my attention, so that's a real shame for him.
I'll tell you what, I'm just looking at the times. Enzo Ye, if he continues at this pace, would still score good points. He'd be about, 11th overall with that 5-second penalty.
Just looking in behind as well.
Look at Lindblad.
Lindblad is starting to put a fair bit of pressure on Pearson as well, as Pearson's starting to get defensive. Where does Arvid Lindblad get this pass done? A good opportunity is turn 1 or either turn 11.
The more he hounds him like this, the slower both of them are, and that means Nikita Johnson, Shin and Manson are going to catch up. So he wants to get it done as quickly as he can.
Yeah, he needs to get it done. This is where I mean. This is exactly what I was talking about. He's having a look up the inside.
Can he get the drive? It's going to be a drag race down the back straight here at Taupo. Lindblad, Arvid Lindblad on the American. The Brit versus the American. He goes to the outside there. He's going to get hung out to dry on the inside by Pearson. If he holds that line, Pearson doing it very well indeed. And that's how you cover beautifully. Yeah, just close the door effectively. Stay in the middle of the track and give him no alternative but to follow you through. Oh, nicely done. Beautiful move. And Patrick Huizenroder is going to get a prize for most overtakes if he keeps this up.
Yeah, he's done well with that one, as you can see in behind. Big lock-up from Zach Scholar.
Just a quick update. Enzo, he's doing a good job, to be honest. Given that 5-second penalty, if he stayed where he was now, he'd finish 8th, and that's not bad, to be honest. And that's good points, too. So he's actually putting down a good race here.
Massive lock-up there for Enzo,
When does Aero Wash come in? How far? And explain, if you can, more about what the car does when you're in there.
Yeah, so the Aero Wash, it's within that second gap is when it starts happening, and then when it starts closing up even more than that, it gets worse. So it's sort of a situation where you come to turn 9 there, it's such a fast corner which sets yourself up for a passing manoeuvre, but it's so hard to stay there, as we can see there. Pearson started to get a bit loose, holding off Lindblad there. But back to that Aero Wash. So
he would be in the Aero Wash now.
He is definitely in the Aero Wash, but this is where it's different. Now this becomes a slipstream. Pearson's punching a hole in the air, so that means Lindblad's able to get that a little bit closer, but then now it changes at this point, because as you want to brake, you've got no air on the front of the car, so you can't get that maximum braking efficiency out of the car.
But he's got good drive here onto the main straight. Surely a chance for an overtake here for Arvid Lindblad. He goes to the outside. He'll switch to the inside if he can. No, he's going to go the long way around the outside. He's done it before, and now he's trying to do it again here on Pearson. Can't pull it off.
Long way around there. You can see what he was trying to do, trying to hold it the whole way around.
Oh, he's going again.
Pearson struggling. This is where Lindblad needs to level it up. Can he get the move done into turn 5? This is the next opportunity. Is he going to throw it up the inside?
Pearson got crossed up there, and he's under massive pressure now. There's a lot of fishing in Taupo, but this man is definitely on a fishing expedition, and the fishing expedition is to overtake that yellow car in front.
Those rear tyres of Josh Pearson are definitely done. He is working super hard. You can see him snap sideways through turn 9. He is holding on.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell by just his hands how hard he's hanging in there. Now it's the final lap, and Dias Sagazeta has done a great job of holding off Enzo Ye in second place, but we're all tenterhooks on what will happen for third place for Josh Pearson. Now, we should see exactly where Ye ends up in this race, because they'll apply it as he crosses the line. So, as we predicted, he should be around the 8th place mark because of the 5-second penalty, just so you understand. He'll cross the line in second, but he won't get second place in the race. So, actually, Josh Pearson is fighting for second place and Lindblad for third. Last time out of 11. This has been a good performance by the Peruvian.
Yeah, he's done a great job just sitting out in front there, managing the race. He's certainly done everything he needs as that battle behind still rages on, but Lindblad's still not close enough to put a move on.
Yeah, it's been a very, very accomplished drive by Sagazeta. And he comes out. One more corner to go, and it doesn't get much better for Sagazeta. And it has been confirmed. Josh Pearson does get second. Arvid Lindblad on the podium again. And Enzo Ye, how about that? Gets 4th place despite the 5-second penalty. A great result.
Matthias, congratulations. Your first one. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, well, it's good. I think it's a very good result. Had a really good start, and then from then onwards was struggling a lot with the tires. And so behind had really good tires, and I knew he had a penalty, but I still wanted to win on track. But yeah, it was pretty fun, was very cool, and now for the big one in the afternoon.
Yeah, how do you find the FT60 around this track?
Yeah, well, it feels good. I mean, the car feels fantastic. I want to thank the whole team, my engineer, Flex, and everyone, all my mechanics, because the car felt fantastic, and I'm feeling super confident for the afternoon.
Must be nice getting all these miles in ahead of F3, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic championship as well. Really competitive. A lot of people watching as well, so it's great to be here, and it's a fantastic preparation for me.
Practice makes perfect, and the Peruvian absolutely hit his marks to take the win. We'll take a short break, and it's race 3, the Denny Hill Memorial Trophy, after this. Welcome back to Taupo as the drivers get ready to qualify for the feature race of the weekend. But before we go there, let's focus on the favourite for this year's overall title, Red Bull Junior Britain's Arvid Lindblad, as he speaks to Greg Rust.
Arvid, kia ora. That's what the Kiwis say. Welcome. It is fantastic to have you as a part of this series. And we're really delighted to learn that in recent weeks. How did it all come together?
I was talking with Helmut in Abu Dhabi, and he wanted to, in a simple way, he wants me to have the full super license for the start of the F1 season. And it was kind of between here or the UAE, and we decided this was the best championship to come to. Really excited to sort of experience New Zealand. It's very different to what I'm used to, so really enjoying it so far and really looking forward to the start of the season.
First impressions of the class and the lineup that we have here in 2025, even from across the ditch, a fellow Red Bull driver and the Supercars champion, Will Brown.
Yeah, that's really looking forward to racing with Will. For sure it'll be some great battles, and we'll be pushing each other really hard.
We've seen quite a cast of the fast come through this class. When you look at some of them that are in Formula One now, Liam Lawson among others. How important is this little stop on the pathway for you? You talk super license points there before, but obviously good for match fitness for the year ahead for Formula 2 and things.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm still quite inexperienced. I'm only 17. I'm going into my third year of cars, so to also just have a bit more seat time is quite useful. I'm going to have a very challenging year ahead in F2s, and also just to challenge myself. These are amazing tracks. They're quite different from some of the ones in Europe. They're very old school, which is great, and it's challenging for the drivers, which is what it's all about.
The trajectory for you has been steep. It doesn't seem like all that long ago you were winning in karting. There's Italian F4, Macau GP, 4 wins last year in Formula 3, and now you're about to launch into Formula 2 as well. I mean, do you pause and think about that at 17, how far you've come?
Yeah, I mean, I like to stay quite in the moment. I don't like to dwell too much, but I give myself credit that I have done a good job over the past couple of years. It's very challenging, especially Formula 3 last year. I think everyone knows it's an extremely competitive championship, and it's very rare for drivers to sort of only have 1 year of F4 and then come straight into F3 and being competitive. So I was really happy with how it's gone, and it's also a testament to the people around me with Red Bull, with Prema, especially the last 2 years, who really helped me to learn and develop, and that's put me in the position I'm in today.
That Red Bull Junior program is both incredible opportunity, but one that comes with massive pressure as well. How do you deal with that? Because on the one hand, you want to grab it with both hands, but you have to deliver, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your outlook and the way you look at it. I mean, I want to be in Formula 1 and I want to win more championships. So I'm on their program because they believe in me. And I'm grateful that they have their sort of trust and faith in me, and in that sense, sort of our goals and passion is aligned. So I only see it as encouragement.
There is a nice off-track balance, if you like, for you heading into the 2025 Formula 2 season. You have spent a bit of time on the way here to New Zealand, appreciating some family history. And are you enjoying the cultural side of New Zealand as well?
It's pretty amazing. It's in a very beautiful country, so I'm really looking forward to it. And like you said, I think it's a really good balance with on and off track, with sort of the very high level racing, but also the great sort of culture and atmosphere here.
Can I finish with something that is clear in this conversation, and that is a laser focus, a beautiful passion to make it to Formula 1. And in prepping for this, we found a lovely little chat between you and Lando Norris on YouTube.
When you remember me, I'll see you in 5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
You were looking forward to being on the grid and competing against him. How close is that opportunity now?
I've always been very determined. Since when I was 5, when I started this journey, I wanted to be in Formula 1 and I wanted to be a world champion. Everything I do, I want to be the best at. So I had that same belief when I was 5, when I was 14 as well, when I did that when that moment was caught, and still now. So I'm sticking to the timeline quite well. But yeah, I'm determined to make sure that I do stick to the timeline, so hopefully to be in Formula 1 next year.
It is awesome to have you as a part of CTFROC in 2025. Go get him, enjoy that, and best of luck in Formula 2 this year.
Thank you.
A little bit colder this morning as we get underway, so they'll all be on some fresh tyres getting ready for this one. Look at those lap times straight off the bat.
Straight off the bat. Will Brown put in a 1:23.8 to set the benchmark, but already both Skula and Nikita Johnson have gone quicker, 23.6, and a lock-up by Arvid Lindblad, who has certainly come in here as the favourite. With Red Bull, got a podium yesterday, but he'll want more out of today, but you don't want to flat spot your tyres. There you go. Well, Lindblad goes to the top, and no problems for him. A really good lap of 1:23.2, so already under the time for qualifying.
Sakazeta, he's just gone to the top of the charts as well, so he's 1:23.1. And Zach Scholar backing up his efforts from yesterday to prove that it wasn't just a one-off lap. Well, I think he more than enough proved that yesterday with how he drove in the race as well. Will Brown, he's not quite where we saw him yesterday, sitting in 7th at the moment, and time's certainly ticking down. Can he improve as he goes across this time? Yes, he does, only just up to 6th position there, but at this point, how much longer do you want to stay out there? You're wearing that tyre out. You need this tyre for the last race today, which is the longest race.
Getting down to the business end as it stands, Sagazeta of Peru leads the way from Arvid Lindblad of Great Britain.
So one more crack. Can Lindblad improve up to pole position?
Chasing a 1:23.128. Does he go quicker? Yes! Arvid Lindblad takes the provisional pole at 1:23.039. Will Brown crosses the line. He stays 7th. No quicker for him. So at the moment, Lindblad and Sagazeta are your provisional front row.
Well, that must feel a lot better after yesterday.
Yeah, it's definitely a big step forward. I still think we can make another step, but yeah, I was a lot happier than yesterday, and definitely puts us in a really good position for race 3.
Okay, you didn't answer this question yesterday. I'm going to ask it again. What did you do overnight to make the car go faster?
I don't know. I'm not the engineer, so you have to ask the team.
You are telling fibs, aren't you? But by the way, that's the fastest qualifying lap here at Taupo, so you must have felt good from the get-go. You left it late.
Yeah, I wasn't super comfortable in the beginning, and yeah, on the first sort of lap or two, and I kind of just accepted what I have is underneath me is what I've got, and I really tried to adapt and do what I could to extract the lap time. So yeah, the lap was decent, but like I said, it still wasn't super easy. So I still think we can find a bit more.
Can you ever be satisfied in this car?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Congratulations on pole position for race 3, Arvid.
Thank you.
So, just like Lando Norris before him, Arvid Lindblad is tearing up the times as he gets ready for the final race of the weekend. Let's head now to the start. Out go the lights, away we go! Good start from the 77, and a really good start from Sagazeta. He has the whole shot, although Lindblad will try, as he has done before, to go round the outside. But Sagazeta will be wary of that. But that said, Lindblad's through on the inside. The Brit leads, or does he? Yes, just finally makes it stick. And it is Lindblad from Sagazeta who's coming back. Sagazeta will try to do the same move around the outside. At 4, can't do it. And they settle down. But it's Lindblad who leads from Sagazeta. Good start, good clean start. But I thought Sagazeta had it then for a moment.
Yeah, had a bit of a go around the outside, couldn't quite make it stick. But this is exactly what Lindblad needed to get off the line and get in front and start controlling their race.
Zach Schooler in 3rd position, and as we said, it's a long way, 23 laps compared to what they've done before. And Jet Bowling didn't get away well. He's dropped to 14th, starting 12th. There's Will Brown in the middle of that shot, just behind Michael Shin. Shin got a good start, and as you can see, Brown all over the back of him right now. Now can the supercar champ make a move? He's looking for it.
Oh, had a bit of a go up the inside, couldn't quite make it work. But I reckon he's going to have some pace, more than we otherwise think, because he heard from his engineer, Andrew Edwards, that he just didn't quite get the lap together. So I think we'll see something from Will Brown as this race unfolds. There's a lock-up into turn 1.
Big lock-up. In comes Manson up the inside. Oh, almost makes it on Montiero. But the pair of them going at it in the midfield. And already Arvid starting to pull away. He's got a gap of 0.4 early on. Sagazeta under pressure now from Zach Schooler of New Zealand. Shin still there 4th. Then Brown. Hoytson-Roeder has already made it up to 6th place. Good start by him. Pearson drops to 7th. Hasn't worked out those starts yet. Johnson also not getting the best of starts. He's 8th. Rashid 9th. And Enzo Ye is 10th. And here comes Brown finally on Shin. Makes it up the inside, and he'll make it stick. He'll get his elbows out. You don't mess with a supercar driver down there.
Yeah, it was well done. He pushed him just wide enough.
Oh! Big off! You know, Brown might have got away with that, and so too has Shin. Wow!
No one gets away with that. How
for the pirouette. Let's have another look. Andrew, what do you see?
It was, just have a look, as they're going down the straight.
Yeah, it was his rear that hit his front, wasn't it, Shin?
Yeah, it was. You could sort of see them just coming towards each other just a little bit. You could see Shin there. He was trying to move left, and Will Brown was trying to move right.
Well, Will Brown, despite that incident, has settled back down and is still going strong in 6th place. And ironically, Shin is still going well in 10th. That's what happened here. Oh dear, Mr. Ye. Enzo getting ends out there and off the track, but he's okay.
This is an important part of the race. Oh, I can see battles going on in the background.
Here comes Brown.
Brown, he's done the same move again. I don't think he'll be wanting to do the next part of what happened before.
He's got the line for sure. Just needs to hold it.
Oh, side by side.
Oh, who dares wins? Oh, and he's got him. Well done.
Yeah.
Oh, Brownie. Nice one. Well, that was super Skyly, wasn't it?
Yeah, made it work around the outside, and now he's under pressure as well.
Yes, and that's Nikita Johnson. He doesn't need a second invitation. Up the inside goes the young 16-year-old from Florida. Nicely done. Field spreading out dramatically, though, as this race continues. Fastest lap was Will Brown last time out, a 124.5. That's the fastest lap of the race. And you can see he's pushing on a little lock up there by Brown as he puts the pressure on Huizenrode. Lindblad is in the zone. He has a gap now of 3.7 seconds. Crosses the line again, and that is the best time, a 124.515, and he is in the zone. Well, they said that company does give you wings, and he's using them. He's flying.
And it's
another egregious lock up there. Those tyres are hating this, but Brown is making it work.
Is Huizenrode able to stay on the outside? Hard to hang on the outside around there. Oh. Still got it. Is he able to now? Will Brown needs to focus down to this last couple of turns. Turn 11. Can he run him? He'll try to hold him as tight as he can to the inside.
Looking for the switchback. Goes high, goes low. Perfect. That is motor racing, folks. Classic.
Yeah,
and back comes Huizenrode. That is great racing. They're side by side, don't touch, as they did before. Brown will be wary of that one. I still can't get over the fact that he made it through that.
Yeah, the fact that they both got through that is round the outside again. Huizenrode has a bit of a look, can't quite get it done. You can see Will Brown's car moving around side to side.
Nice overtake though.
Yeah, brilliant overtake. We see Will Brown's on the exit there, fighting the car just a little bit. So they come through here. We see, Scholar sideways through turn 8.
Yeah, and he's under pressure now for sure. And it was the rate at which Brown caught him. I said he'd had enough time, and he did that in record time. And he surely must be looking for a podium out of this one. Remember, he's fourth in the championship as it stands, and this could change that if he gets past. He gets a good position there. He'll get in the draft, and he'll try to make it happen down this backstraight, down the Dale ITM backstraight.
Yeah, well, Brown, we know how much experience he's got. He knows he needs to get this move done as quickly as he possibly can as Scholar starts going defensive.
Scholar holding on and driving in his mirrors as we described before, but now Will Brown, this is where he's so good. He gets superb drive out of the last corner. He hasn't made a lunge at the first corner yet, but he always goes well out of there. You see how close he gets under braking?
And this is the part that's impressive with Will Brown, just how close he's able to stay with all the aero wash through this part of the track. It just shows his car is in a good window. You can see through the bit of curb through turn 3, up over turn 4. Needs to stay as close as he can through this part of the track. He knows his opportunity is down at turn 11.
Yeah, you saw the time there. Best lap of the race for Will Brown, that 23, and he is fighting hard. But he's 7 seconds off Arvid Lindblad, who now is almost 5 seconds up the road from Matthias Zagazzetta. So this is where he's lining himself up. Look, he takes the inside line, then slots in. He's got the draft now. Andrew, tell us what he's going to do.
Yeah, he got the exit just as he wanted to do. He's able to stay nice and close behind. He's going to force Scholar to the inside. He's going to run out wide to the outside. We've seen this move happen around the outside. Can he go late enough under brakes? Not quite.
Great racing, though. There are a pair of them, and if he didn't know he was in a race, he does now. Now again, Brown does the same manoeuvre. He tucks himself up behind. Next opportunity here at turn 1. Schooler is doing the right thing. This is the final lap. Brown will try a slingshot round the outside using the camber. Can't quite do it. Schooler under massive pressure here on the final lap of the final race of the day.
They are pushing on as hard as they possibly can. Will Brown putting all sorts of pressure on Zach Scholar. Scholar even covers. You can see the car slide into the apex into turn 5 there.
Well, a 17-year-old against a 26-year-old. Bags of experience from Brown as he locks up just gingerly again. Schooler doing a great job and flying the flag for New Zealand. This is what we've come to see.
This is the important corner, turn 9. Will Brown's got to get that perfect.
He did.
This is where he needs to stay as close as he can.
Not close enough, I don't think.
No, this is Scholar. He just needs to stay nice and tight.
Right, now he is. Oh, almost bumped into the back of him then. Right, tuck yourself in, mate. Here we go. Back straight for the last time. Don't think he's close enough, though. Schooler's done this.
Yeah, he just got a little bit too much wheel spin on the exit, got on the gas a little bit too early, but that was his only opportunity.
Here comes your winner, though. Arvid Lindblad wins the Denny Hulme Memorial Trophy here at Taupo, and that's the first win for the Red Bull man, and that is in style too. Zagazeta comes across the line, but some 5 seconds behind, and Zach Schooler does it in style by taking third. Another podium. What a weekend. And confirmation of the results then. Arvid Lindblad with the win. Matthias Zagazeta in second place. Zach Schooler in third. Will Brown fourth. Patrick Huizenrode in fifth. Nikita Johnson sixth. Josh Pearson seventh. Shin, Manson, Rashid and Crosby in 11th. And then it was Bowling in 12th. Monteiro 13th. Statty, Wolf, Ye, who went off at 11 in 16th. And James Lawley in 17th place.
He will be a very happy young man, will Arvid Lindblad, with his first win in the Castrol Toyota Formula Regional Oceania Championship. Finally got that move around the outside on turn one. That must have felt satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I made my life difficult. Yeah, it's not easy to start on the inside here. It's a bit dirtier, and the start's a bit more difficult. But yeah, anyway, I didn't do a great start, and I was very committed when I saw that I'd lost the lead, that I had to get it back in turn one, because I mean, I've learned already in the previous 2 races that it's incredibly difficult to pass here. So yeah, happy that I got it done in T1, and then yeah, was just controlling the pace from there.
It was beautifully controlled race, Arvid. When did you feel that you were right in that moment in the groove?
Honestly, the beginning it wasn't that easy. I wasn't that happy, to be honest. I mean, I was trying to manage, because I could feel very quickly that it was a different race to the previous 2, that the thermal degradation was a lot higher. So I was trying to manage already from the beginning, but I could see that sort of the guys behind were very close. So I thought it might be a tough race. But then, yeah, after about, I don't know, 5-6 laps, I started to edge away, and then I think the pace was really strong to the end.
Antonio Ortiz, your engineer, did he say anything later in the race about your tyre dig and just looking after them or not?
No, not really. To be honest, I had it quite under control. I'm quite fortunate to have raced in F3 with tyres much worse than this, so I'm used to saving. So it was okay.
Congratulations, mate. You get your first win. You also lead the championship, and you'll pick up a very famous trophy called the Denny Hulme Memorial Trophy.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
So, a lights to flag victory for the 17-year-old Arvid Lindblad of Great Britain. He leads the series after Taupo and leads it in style. Here's how it stands after 3 races down. With 78 points, Arvid Lindblad leads the way. Zagazeta is in second with 73. Zach Schooler, a winner of race 1 and a rookie, remember, 68 points. Will Brown with 62. Nikita Johnson has 56. Pearson, another American, is 6th. Michael Shin is in 7th place. Patrick Huizenrode 8th. Another rookie, Enzo Ye, is in 9th position, and Sebastian Manson in his first season, but not a rookie, because he did a couple of races last year, and Sean Rashid just behind him. Then 12th is Nicholas Monteiro. He has 21, 1 ahead of Crosby. Bowling has 20, Statty, Barrett Wolf, and James Lawley. So everybody scoring points, and that's the beauty of this championship. Long way to go yet, and it's Hampton down next.